Hit the button.
Done.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to more. Nearly said Desert Blue 2 then. Nope, that's too early. Apocalypse World. Apocalypse World. That's what we're doing now.
Focus, man, focus.
Not yet.
Focus. Yeah. Not that game, GM. This game, GM. Okay. Right. Welcome back, everyone, to more Apocalypse World. To briefly recap what happened last time, you all continued on your way through the mountains to get out the mountains back to Cold Corpse. You came across a couple of places where you managed to hold up and rest up. Tensions were a little bit high, but were simmering down. What you came across while you were looking for somewhere to camp up and spend the night, you found somewhere. Alex, why are you now a Snork? Stop that. Why are you now the Tack Attacker? Stop that. You're not Rasp either. Or Nikita. Behave, Jericho. No, you managed to find a place you've been at before, the Crystal Cave, where you originally found the crystal containing the water elemental that brought Helga back to life. After some suspicious happenings, you were confronted by what I called the King Water Elemental, who confronted you about what had happened and laid out some pretty heavy lore for all of you that I don't know if anyone was taking notes, but some things were revealed to you that are applicable for things that are going to happen later. Pete, you have a floating fate point. So
I do.
You do have a floating fate point. I'm going to carry that over because it was not used.
Thank you.
So note that down.
I know, I thought I did use it.
I don't think you did. You used one of the communal ones, and I think you burnt your personal one.
Oh, okay. I thought I did.
So I'm going to say you still got that.
Okay, thank you.
Jimmy, you had some dream stuff happen where, some things happened to you. But you managed to convince the King Water Elemental not to snuff you out like bugs in that particular moment. And you were allowed to basically carry on your way with the promise that you wouldn't tell anyone about this cave, and that Helga would basically do right by the life that was given to her.
We jump cut a few weeks later to Jericho on the radio saying, "Guys, you will not believe what happened."
There's this cave, right? You continued out through the mountains, both Rasp and Jimmy doing some pretty good driving rolls. You are now successfully mostly out of the mountains. You're still kind of in the foothills a little bit, but you are almost back to the wasteland proper. And you came across a small, seemingly abandoned village with a surprisingly well laid out garden. And you decided that you were going to camp up here for a bit and do some recovery time. You might need to spend a little bit of time here because it's been a bit of a rough road out of the mountains and you haven't really stopped at all. So Jimmy and Rasp, you are starting to feel it a little bit because you've been driving pretty much non-stop and you haven't really had like an unbroken night's rest, given what happened previously with, Rasp deciding she's going to show Jimmy what the walls are and also making the Clockwork King aware of him one night, and then the very next night you had some things going. So you're going to need some rest. So you have found yourself a pretty well defensible position on what looks to be. You've probably heard of things like this before. It's a stop-off point. There's a big sign that's half decrepit. It's got free hot dogs. There's several ruined buildings. The the survivors of Wolfvale have taken over one of the buildings near the road, and they're basically storing the kids and the women in there. They're getting ready, making it defensible, putting up some more flat boards and things like that, making it a bit more hospitable. Smokey's assisting them with this. It's still I'm going to say it's early afternoon when you get here, so you do have some time before night starts to roll in. So what happened last time? The Tack Attacker took a bit of damage coming over that bridge. So Jimmy and Jericho were fixing that. So I believe you're in the process of doing that. Rasp, you are with Nikita and the two Snog babies. Snog babies. Doing things. So yeah, that is where we are. That is where we are caught up to. Do your thing.
I thought we had a whole rigmarole with wolves.
Yeah.
You did, yes. Nothing has transpired beyond the point I told you before. if you can all remember what that is.
Everyone was surrounded, weren't they?
You were.
And then it was the end of the fucking session. So nothing could have happened because he said that, and then it was like, right, and we're done. Wait, no.
Okay, all right. So at this point, yeah. So we're gonna go with that. So while all this is happening, like Rasp has a vision of everyone being surrounded by walls, but it's a very brief thing. Like you blink, everyone's surrounded by walls. You blink again, they're gone.
All right.
You blink again, the walls are back. You blink again, they're gone. This happens a few times, so you're sounding like blinking furiously, trying to get rid of the vision.
Yeah.
And then it slowly fades away, but you are like deeply disturbed right now.
There was a sharp roll that you made me do right near the end.
Was there?
And I think you said there was something that Jericho saw as well. I can't remember what it was.
Oh Jesus! I really should spend time listening to like the last fucking 15 minutes. Shit, I completely forgot about all of that. I'll tell you what. What was I doing? What mindset was I in? Right. So yes, I'm gonna say Jericho. You glimpse something at the corner of your eye, but you are less attuned to the maelstrom than any of the others. You are.
Oh yeah, by a long way.
Yeah, you are closest to base human. You were on your way to being mutated at one point, but that got cleared up.
I got better.
Yeah, I got better. You did, in fact, get better. You were cured by the shaman dude.
The old man of Wolfvale.
The old man of Wolfvale. I just realised he's been fairly quiet for quite a while.
Oh no.
No.
Hello there. Yes.
Oh, it's me.
It's me, the weird old man.
And
He's
allow me
weirder
to
than
gin on
Rasp
you
now.
for a bit.
I've got to find an appropriate model for him. You do catch a glimpse of something out the corner of your eye, Jericho, but you can't quite place it down. And given all the weirdness that has happened around you, you're not entirely sure what it is. So you can choose to brush it off. You can choose to do basically whatever you wish.
I think the way things are going, I think he'd stay on alert if you see movement out the corner of your eye in a seemingly abandoned town.
Mm-hmm.
Quotations on the seemingly. Just like he might say to Jimmie is like, we should probably stay sharp. But oh my god, what's that?
That's just the dude I'm using for the shaman at the moment until I get something better. It's the closest I had.
Weird little dude.
Shoot him!
Hello there. Hello.
Yeah, it's just a reaction. He just immediately just shoots him in the face. He might mention to Jimmie that a town like this is unlikely to be abandoned for long. And then, anyway, back to work.
This is. I did see the Wolves of Maelstrom, didn't I? Because I had to look over at Rasp, looked over where, and then suddenly it's just like, oh no.
You know exactly what these things look like. Yeah, you were treated to a very, very up close vision of them by Rasp, like a couple of days back. So
I'm still bitter about it.
While you are not specifically attuned to the wolves, because you are aware of them, you are more susceptible to seeing them. So after like Jericho says that to you, you kind of like glance over in a direction where like he points out. If he says, "Oh, I saw it over there," you glance over in that direction. You do see almost a brief outline of one of the wolves before it fades away.
Can't really jump. I don't want to talk to Rasp. We're not going to talk to Rasp. We don't like Rasp.
Stop them.
I should probably talk to Rasp, but it's Rasp.
I didn't realise we fell out that much.
Terms yet.
I was going to say, I didn't think we fell out that much. Jesus Christ.
Well, you got to put like you've got to put like not to metagame this, but
yeah,
Jimmie's always been like very
Edgy.
against his mutation. He's been like very much in denial about it, denying the whole thing. Like, this isn't
Natural.
happening. If I ignore it, it will go away. And then you came along, was like, not only is my thing real, but your thing is real, and it's now even more real.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Thank you for that. It's not Mega.
Yeah.
You're the DM. I need you to set that picture for me. So it's
Yes.
not. You know,
Yeah.
it's just
Okay,
so
that's
it's
fair.
easier to get into the
Did-
headspace.
Yeah,
so.
just to put it like just
I
to
don't wanna
like
piss
give you an
anyone off.
idea of what Jimmy's going through. Like
Yeah.
that's like, even though it's
Okay.
only like in bear in mind it's only been a couple of days since that has happened, so it's probably
True.
still very raw for Jimmy.
Sure.
So if you know Jimmy for long, then you know he's
Yeah.
got strong avoidance tendencies.
Okay. Yeah. We do have some history now. I should
Would-
really have gotten that, but it's been a little
would
while.
would I have seen anything?
You did, didn't you? You took a swing at
I
one.
would say just naturally, you don't even need to make a sharp roll for this. You do pick up, like, because of the way your mutation works, you do pick up that something threatening is very close and that something very strange is going on with Rasp. You can't pin it down. It's not like you can like immediately sense where this is coming from. There's just like a hair on the back of your neck, like fight or flight response.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yes.
knowing Rasp enough, I'd probably know it's something wolf related.
Yes.
But I
So
can't see them myself. I can just sense it.
Yeah. So like out of the entire group, you are the one that's probably closest with Rasp, I would say.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
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 Yeah. The rest of the, the Wolfalians, I'm going to call them the Wolf people. They don't seem to be aware of what's going on with the rest of you. You do notice that, like, actually, I've got a physical dice, so I'm going to do this properly. I even broke out the dice tower for tonight.
Woo!
You do notice that Smokey seems to be a little bit on edge as well. Like he's like while he's helping out the wolf aliens, he's like glancing at all of you, just like just what the fuck are they looking at? And he does seem to kind of like get an inkling that something's going on, but he can't quite pin it down either.
Yeah.
Because actually, you know what? I'm going to leave this up to you, Pete.
Mhm.
You and Smokey have a bit of history.
Yeah.
And Smokey was one of the ones that was closest to you because of, like, he'd let you hang out in the meat hook and stuff like that. And
I mean, let's a strong word.
yeah,
It's just kinda...
he tolerated you. Yeah, but,
well, we got on better as time went
yeah.
on. But yeah.
Would Rasp have ever let Smokey in on what the wolves are?
Yeah, because she kind of seeked security with it, with Smokey and in the meat hook itself, knowing it was protected by good people. Yeah, so she would have let him know, and to do with that knowledge as he sought to. So yeah.
Right. All right. So yeah. So he has kind of an inkling what's going on, but as far as who's closest to him, it'd be Jimmy and Jericho. He's on edge, but he doesn't seem to be like on guard for anything. He's just like looking at the shadows a bit more. One thing I will point out: this guy here, he's actually quite wounded.
No,
like he seems to be suffering from like a long-term injury. Because bear in mind, these people you've picked up were not in the best nick when you first left, and this guy seems to be nursing an injury of some kind.
Do I notice that, or I'm not sure if I've noticed that.
You are not near enough.
No, so no.
Yeah, like you would have to get a bit closer. Yeah, like you are up here with like Nikki.
I don't want to metagame it. So if someone knows what I can do and let me know, that's fine. I won't approach him unless that happens. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you that knowledge in case you you ever get close to him, and then I'm going to say you know this. I wanted to find that out. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So. Do things, people. What are we doing?
Well, I was gonna, because obviously you said it was taking a big toll on me. I was actually gonna have Rasp. You see the sofa roof with the sofa on it. I was gonna get her to clamber up there where there's no walls around her, but she's got like an open view of pretty much everything around her.
Mm-hmm. Are you doing this quickly, or are you going to be taking your time?
Well, she's gonna cautiously move up to the building.
Are you going to do it from the outside or the inside?
Outside, mate, if I can.
Okay.
Because I'm going to use this beam here. Oh, if it lets me, like click there. That one. Yeah, that's what I'm going to use to climb up.
Odds or evens for me, Pete?
I'm going to say odds.
Yeah. Luckily for you,
Right.
this is like a ruined sign that's like come like detached off from up front, and it has like fallen down in a way so you can like scramble up it and then jump onto the roof.
Okay, yeah, I'm doing that, and then I'm gonna like kind of curl up on the sofa here.
I'm gonna send my Snorks to go with her.
Okay. Snocky, 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 snock. Snocky, 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 snock.
I kind of like cuddle up with one of them.
Yeah. So that one's going to jump on the
Like,
sofa.
yeah.
Big old dog. Up on this roof, of course, you have the falling apart sofa. There's a toolbox up there, a ruined toilet, and a crate filled with random knickknacks.
I think from Jericho's vantage point, he's going to look up and he's just going to shout at the top of his voice, "I see what you're doing, Rasp! Put that snog down! Put it down!"
I can't imagine cuddling
You don't know where it's been!
I can't imagine cuddling up with a snork is going to be very comfortable. Okay.
Well, like I meant like a dog, like stroking it type of thing. So.
Yeah. Make a. Okay, make a. Oh god.
Weird roll. I don't think it would be weird.
No.
No.
Not a weird roll. This is going to be the equivalent of an animal handling check.
Cool or sharp?
I'm going to say. Hot sounds weird, but it's the closest to it, so make a hot roll.
Okay, it's my stat that I'm least good with. I did click it. I don't think it's popped up. Hold on.
Give it a minute.
There we go. It's popped up now. Submit. Yeah, that'll do.
The snork does like shy away from you a little bit.
Yeah.
As if it's like, oh fuck, you're going to touch me. Are you cool? Just kind of like as a dog does, if like it's not expecting you to like go for a stroke. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
but it does let you stroke it, and it sits there doing whatever the snork equivalent of a purr is.
Yeah.
The other one just kind of like just kind of like sits itself like up against the sofa and starts like kind of like picking away at like the remnants of what its trousers once were. Nikita, where are you off to?
I'm just kind of scouting the area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You looking for anything in particular?
Just see if I can see if it's safe, basically.
Do a sharp roll for me.
Boop.
I mean, from where you are, there's nothing like this. Just looks like any abandoned town you'd expect to see in the wastelands. There's sand dunes covered everywhere. There's a thick patina of dust. If you walk through like any of the buildings, it's been ransacked. There's like overturned tables. Everything's got like a patina of dust on it. The glass is like got so much grime on it. It's effectively a wall. And there doesn't seem to be any tracks around you at all that indicate that there's been anyone in or out for a hot minute.
Can I do a weird roll to see if like I can sense anything weird? Like if the weird sense gets like stronger depending on where I am.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
From where you are, there does seem to be a very strong sense of weirdness, like maelstrom energy, kind of like just generally all around you. It's
not
very
like
strange.
Pinpoint anywhere.
It's not concentrated in any particular area. In fact, it seems to fluctuate quite a lot.
Okay.
Both coming from up on the roof where Rasp is, coming from over from the Taka, where Jericho and Jimmie are, coming from over where Smokey is. Like there's like from down in like the canyon, like
I was
down
gonna
here.
say like around Ras, Taka, and everyone else, I'd expect it. But
Yeah.
Right.
There's a little bit of like blinking like down here, like where that is, and like over by the big sign. There's a couple of like little blips you get, but you can't quite pin anything definitive down.
Right. I'll just keep wandering.
Okay, you keep wandering around.
Yep.
We will cut to the others. So, Jimmie and Jericho, what are you up to?
While we're fixing it, Jericho will turn to Jimmie and says, I mean, I know Rasp and Nikita have got quite accustomed to those snorks, but they are abominations. You know what I mean?
Not near.
Absolutely.
I mean, sooner or later they've got to go.
Oh.
Either they do or we do is the way I see it. Because if they're going to keep them around, I don't want to stay around. Because the last thing I want is for those things to start looking at me with hungry eyes or whatever the fuck they've got under those masks.
Yeah, I know.
Jericho,
sorry, I was distracted.
This is all horrendously fucked up, and I hate it.
Jeez, I mean, I know. I mean, you've got oil in your veins. I nearly turned into a giant wing-flapped creature. God knows what Nikita and Rasp are doing these days. It worries me. It worries me. And then we hear about these gods of the maelstrom and the void and the thing, and it's just. I just want to broadcast to people and you know.
I want to drive. That's what I do. That's what I'm good at. That's what I want to keep doing.
You know what we should do?
We should
get a really powerful portable transmitter, and we should just become one of those roving radio stations that you hear about all the time.
Hang on. What the fuck did you... Okay, no, you haven't put it up yet. As soon as we're done here, as soon as I'm shot of gestures vaguely to his arm... I want no part of this. That just, for anyone listening, the Peanut Gallery has put a gif of a ostrich with its head buried, and it's like,
that's awesome.
This is the apocalypse. It's already fucked. What the fuck am I going to do to improve it? Nothing. It's all fucked.
Some people say it is better to light a candle in the dark than curse the darkness or something.
Yeah, cool. You can complain about the shitstorm you're in, or you can get in your truck and drive the fuck away.
I have to say, Alex, I do like the meta that Jericho sometimes pushes out things he read but half remembers and half understands. They sound good, but they're only half right.
Exactly, because he's not fully educated. He's just
he's educated for the apocalypse.
Yeah.
I mean, you are effectively the only one at the party that can actually read, aside from Jimmie, who can kind of read and understand. Also, I've always thought that Jimmie can understand mechanical documents and things like that, and can kind of suss things out. But Jericho is the only one that can actually read.
Oh, I mean, come on, Rasp, Nikita, you gonna take that shade?
I don't give a shit.
I can't hear you.
My job isn't to read. My job is to kill things.
Yeah, there's no reason for them to be able to.
Oh dear. Well, anyway, I just want to get back to Cold Corpse with what remains of these people and what remains of the villagers that were taken from us.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a good idea.
Against my better judgment, I'm going to put the Discord on my other monitor.
Did you like my little joke, by the way?
Yeah, so as you two have been having a chat, you do notice that the residents of Wolfvale have built 2 small campfires and are starting to build cooking fires. They've got some pots and pans out. They're starting to cook something up for you all to enjoy for dinner. Helga's overseeing things. The 2 guards have just defaulted to sentry mode and are standing at the entrance that they can defend, basically. Smokey is helping them out. You do notice that Helga is kind of sticking to Smokey a little bit. She seems to be deferring to Smokey a lot when Smokey's like, okay, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, put that up there. She is faltering a little bit in being a leader, you've noticed. Especially Jericho. You would have noticed this because you know her well enough to know that, you know, she's seemingly... She's not giving over command to Smokey at all, but she is stepping back a little bit.
Hell no. We're going to have words about that.
Okay. To be fair, she's been through a fuck ton of shit in the past, like, couple of days.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but, yeah, I'm not letting this tribe get taken over by some bloke with a machine for an arm.
You don't get the sense that Smokey is trying to take command, but, like, he's just defaulting into the point of, like you know, okay, we need to get this done, we need to get that done, and he's not trying to take anything away from her, but it's almost like she's stepping back and not...
Can I whisper poison in her ear? Can I be like, you don't have to take it from him, you know.
He's evil.
He's the worst. Kill him. No, I wouldn't do that. That's not within my character.
I know we went on this really fraught mission to save him, but kill him anyway.
Okay, I would notice that. I'd be just... I don't know if we have to roleplay this, but I would just say to Helga, like, I would say that I see you doing that and ask why that might be.
Let's move her over here. Basically, move her over here to you. I won't do the voice because we'll speed through this. She basically says that she's becoming overwhelmed by the level of responsibility she's now having to deal with, and Smokey seems to be good at taking care of people and reminds her a lot of her father, so she's instinctually falling back. She wants to be there for her people. She wants to let them know that she's there for them, but he seems to be so much effortlessly better at it that she doesn't quite know how to do the things he's doing. She's always been a warrior. She's always gone out to go and hunt for the camp. She's always defended the camp. She's gone and fought things. This is the first time she's been forced into like a proper leader role. So she's very unsure of herself. She's very self-conscious, and and as she starts talking, it's almost like she can't stop. Talking to you, she's like unloading on you, and she starts to get emotional. She starts to get frustrated with herself, and it's very much she's pouring out her emotions to you, and she starts to get legitimately emotional.
Jacob, his name's not Jacob. Jericho. We've got another person beginning with J. Right. Tertiary character now. We've got Jacob. He's one of the people from Wolfvale. No, Jericho would say something along the line. Well, he would probably take a hand or put his arm around her, or some kind of reassuring, touching gesture that would involve. He would just say, like, you know, you can understand what they've been through. You know, people need some kind of reassurance. If this helps her, then that's fine. But he probably wouldn't broach the idea of what's going to happen to her tribe in the future when we get to Cold Corpse, because maybe she'd be a leader in her little clan, but she's not going to be leader of Cold Corpse. She won't be leader of a village anymore, so it might be moot anyway. And Smokey was quite a big guy in the village in Cold Corpse anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, but he wouldn't say any of that, but he'd just be like, "Yeah, you'll be all right. Don't worry. He's a good man." That's basically it. He'd just be like, "Okay, he's a good man. You know, just remember, he's not your father."
She does take your words to heart, And your words do seem to give her some comfort. And she calms down, she gets less emotional. She does confide in you that she doesn't ever think she could live up to her dad. Like it's a shadow that's always going to eclipse her. And you know what? I'm going to roll a dice for her. She looks Jericho dead in the eye and says, "Things are not going to be the same when we get to Cold Corpse, are they?"
Mm.
He would just say life is change. People who don't change usually don't survive. So don't worry about things being different.
She'll turn to look at her people with Smokey, the children playing in the sand, the women cooking the food, and the men helping out as well. All the few survivors of her people, no more than 20 to 30 people out of 100, even more. Says, as long as I can keep them safe, it does not matter. And she turns to Jericho and takes his hand and thanks him for consoling her. And she will go back to her people and she will very politely but firmly push Smokey out of the way.
Oh, bitch, get out the way.
And Smokey.
Yep.
Smokey.
I mean, there isn't a bard class in this, but I'm feeling like one. You know?
Well, effectively you are. In this world, you are the bard. But yeah, Smokey just kind of like sees it as like Helga just like you don't hear the words that pass between the two of them, but Helga just like after like a brief moment of discourse, like she very politely but firmly places a hand on his chest and pushes him away, and he takes a step back, and he looks over towards Jericho, back at Helga, and is like, "Huh." And he takes another step back, and he goes, and he wanders over to the two lads here. It's a very whispered conversation. And then he kind of moves over to here with Jericho and Jimmie. He's like, "So, how are you boys doing over here now?" And Helga's settled down with her people. The really fucking weird little medicine man has come up, starts talking in her ear, and she almost absentmindedly reach out and clips him upside the ear. And the dude smiles and nods. And
goes, your father used to hit me like that.
Bandit and the Jericho vibe. Bandit and Smokey vibes going.
Is Bandit alive in Cold Corpse? I forget.
Yes.
Yes, Bandit is alive.
He is.
He is. That's all right then.
Bandit is essentially taking care of the meat hook until Smokey gets back. Like there was if we like wind it back to one of the earlier sessions, it was
he gave us the chess pieces.
Yeah, he gave you the chess pieces that Smokey had carved for all of you, which is one of the key things you use to bring Smokey back. And he basically begged you to bring Smokey back. So
we started abusing him because we felt like he needed it because Smokey would abuse the shit out of him too.
Yeah, but Smokey gave Bandit a lot of shit, but there is law built into this world that if anyone ever threatened Bandit, Smokey would automatically put them through a table.
He wasn't there, was he?
It's like, no, he's my punching bag.
I imagine them to be almost a little bit like Penn and Teller, you know?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there is a bit of there is a reason why things are like this in this world, with Smokey and the Bandit, with the Chief and his medicine man. There is a reason behind all of it.
Well, yes.
But anyway, carrying on, that has just happened. Yeah, so Smokey's now come up to Jimmie and gives Jericho an extremely knowing look. Okay. He goes, so, Mr. Jimmie, have you got the truck
Louis.
fixed or what?
Yeah, we got the truck fixed.
Well, you've got it fixed physically. Is it actually going to drive, or is it going to turn a massive monster and murder us all?
We can only hope.
So which one?
The truck is fine. It will drive. As for the transforming thing, just don't upset it.
Well, that is as may be, but if you get upset, is it going to do a thing? Because given what's happening to the key to these
Anyone the
things
kid
run on
knows
emotion,
what
so
Bluey is.
if you get angry, would it flip out? These are questions that might need
It's a
answered.
possibility, yes.
Jimmie, while you might not like what is happening,
Haley's like,
and
it's full of parents as well.
and I know for a damn fact you like to deny reality sometimes, just drive away from your problems, because that's what you do. This might not be a problem you can drive away from. This might be something you will have to face head on. Because from what's happening, and he points to your left arm, which is, by the way, now completely devoid of flesh. It is now a completely clockwork arm. That is much like me. And he flexes both like his massive mechanical arms. It's like, I didn't ask for this, but I'm adapting to it. And what is happening with you is something a touch more serious. Running away from it is only going to make it worse.
It's true, Jimmie, especially since one of your problems is the thing you would be driving away in.
Can't run for your friends driving with it.
Should never have come along this whole fucking the whole journey thing. Glad we got you, Smokey, but fucking hell.
Smokey places a hand on Jimmie's.
It's good to have you,
places a
but
large
damn.
hand on Jimmie's shoulder. Goes, look, I understand me and you don't really know each other as well as me and the others do, but I do really appreciate you coming for me, and I understand you have sacrificed a hell of a lot in the process for doing it, and I do blame myself a little bit for what you've gone through in the situation you have found yourself in now.
I appreciate that, and I will take your words under serious.
I will add, I managed to calm down the Taka when Ross revealed the wolves to you, and when that other thing happened, the ticking noise. I managed to calm down the Taka that time. I have no idea how I accomplished that, which I should probably have to explore on my own at some point, because fuck knows what I am right now. But I might not always be there to do that. If you lose your temper or something pisses you off to the point where that happens, because it doesn't seem like you have a lot of control over it, what's to stop it killing innocent people in a fit of rage? I mean, you wouldn't want that thing to just go off in the middle of Cold Corpse because you stubbed your toe and got pissed off on a bad day.
I'm going to stand on this side of you, Jimmie.
Pete, I hate that you just posted that. I looked over at the wrong moment.
Good old K6.
Look at this guy.
Look at this guy.
Well, that is a fine-looking cock. Anyway.
Look, Smokey, I saw what was happening with you and Helga there a second ago, and I understand you want to help their people as much as possible, but I really think she needs this and they need her. This is nothing against you. You know, you are literally the whole reason we're here. But, you know, that she's not just a warrior. In my opinion, I can see much more in her, and she needs to realize that herself.
He hangs his head for a moment and goes, "You are right. I feel responsible for what happened to their village. If you had not come to find me, if you had not met them, then they would still be living their life.
True, but we didn't kill them.
She would still have her father, and they wouldn't be here coming back to Cold Corpse with us. Admittedly, I may have gotten a little bit out of hand taking care of them, but you are correct. She is their leader.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You've been brilliant with them, you know, and you should just, you know, if don't stop helping them. But I think it will make her stronger and her people stronger if you just take a back seat.
Considers your words as noted. Now, Jericho, you are possibly the wisest one out of all of us. At least you're the only one who knows how to read fancy books anyway.
That's not true, but I thank you for the compliment.
He does study you for a moment and goes, "You really like her, don't you?"
I didn't think I did, but, you know.
He sees more than her.
Oh, not that Millhouse gif.
Just going to minimize that so I don't get distracted. Okay, so there's an understanding between one else. Okay, so is there anything else anyone wants to do?
I've wandered down to the garden.
Oh, you've wandered down to the garden. Oh, wow. Nikita's having a wander. What is Nikita doing in the garden? I will say let's do this for narrative purpose. As you cross over this highway, you jump the divider into almost like this is a very out of place thing you have come across. There's a small stone pathway and a cracked open gate, and you have walked into basically a garden. And in the middle of this garden is a flower bed filled with blue and purple flowers sprouting around a rock formation that's been eroded by time. On either side of this flower bed are destroyed statues. This one up here is sort of it looks like a winged statue with a spear that's been smashed off at the base and cast down. This one here appears to be. It almost looks similar to something you've seen before. If you remember, you have met a skeletal individual with a staff. This looks like you see a half broken staff, a half melted skull, and the remains of what looks like a robe at the bottom of the statue. And you've got several bushes around. The rest of it is just there's obviously sand piled in here from where the wind's blown it over the wall. But against all odds, there is grass growing here. It's very strange.
I'm gonna go take a close look at the statue at the bottom.
statue at the bottom. Okay. You go look at the statue at the bottom. It appears this statue has been, because you guys have been quite frequent in your use of plasma weapons and energy guns, you do notice that this weapon has had a lot of plasma weapon and energy guns taken to it at some point.
Okay.
So this thing has been melted. It has been destroyed with purpose. This is not an erosion of time. Someone destroyed this thing.
Huh.
Does it resemble what it was? Sorry?
I think it resembles that guy we saw in the Halloween world.
Oh,
I'm
right.
guessing.
Yeah. Continue on.
I'm not sure what else to do now. Is there like a plaque or anything with it? I know I can't like you said, like we can't read, but is there a plaque or anything with some kind of writing on, or?
Make a sharp roll for me.
1 second.
Okay.
Gonna get to it.
Oh
well,
to the
no. As far as I know, there's fuck all.
Jesus Christ, that's a double one.
I can't read.
No, you don't see. You're searching for like clues, but you don't find anything. In fact, you you get down like right up close to it. It's like, what's this? Reach out a finger. Oh, that's a slug. Nope, you don't find anything else worth of note on that statue.
I'm gonna go look at the other statue.
Okay. As you inspect that statue, in contrast to the other one, whereas the other one was laid down by like plasma weapons, laser weapons, you notice that this one has been taken down by more physical means. There are claw marks, there are impact marks. It's like someone's taken sledgehammers or some kind of just physical aspects to this statue. It's been broken down by like physical means.
Strange. Can I do a weird roll like I did earlier on?
Okay.
Imagine if it was a weeping angel, Haley. Fuck no.
Don't give me ideas.
I already had that idea and I discarded it.
Fuck for that.
Well, I say I discarded it for this particular instance.
Oh, great.
But anyway, your weird roll for that. You do sense a very faint trace of maelstrom energy in this statue. Like, it's old, it's decayed, but you get that brief sense that there might have been something here. And you also feel it from behind you on the previous statue. Make another weird roll.
Oh, God.
You get a distinct ping from here.
So hang on, let me zoom out a bit because I was zoomed in so I could see what I was doing.
It's basically amidst everyone.
Okay. So I get a weird ping from there.
Yes. And it's almost like when you, like, when you're going over, it's like, oh, that's weird. That's a weird thing. And you see, like, almost like, how do I describe it? I'm trying to find, like, a video game or some kind of, like, pop culture thing, which it's almost like, not like a tendril, but like almost like a wind current type thing. Like, sort of like, it's like, oh, this is weird. And it's like,
yeah.
And it directs you back towards the village. And it sort of stops in the middle of everyone else.
Well, instinctually, I'm going to go and follow that and go over there then.
While you're doing that, I need you to make a check for me.
God.
Keita. Do a hard roll for me.
Okay.
You beat me to it, Haley.
As you're walking away from the garden, you get like a heady scent, like you get like a heady feeling, almost like you're getting lightheaded for a moment, and your head is like almost like pulled like instinctually towards the center of the garden where all the flowers are. But you quickly shake it off and you walk away.
Good. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but oh well. Yeah.
You go
That's
towards everyone
mine,
else. Are you,
thank
are you following the trail basically?
Yeah.
As you follow the trail, make another weird roll to see if you can maintain the trail. Of course you fucking can. Why am I even asking? It's centered on Smokey, Helga, and this dude.
Okay.
Indeed.
I mean, I'm not sure what like. I guess you wouldn't be sure what to do with it. The information that it seems to be hovering around these guys, but
There is definitely a connection between all three of them that you can sense.
would I be able to sense if it's good or bad?
Make a weird roll. It's not threatening. You can't, like, this is something new to you, so you're unable to immediately ascribe whether it's threatening or non-threatening, but it doesn't feel hostile to you. But your powers are like a very much like instinctual and animalistic, so your weird instincts are having trouble differentiating between the two. Like, it could be good, it could be bad, you're not quite sure.
But my gut feeling is that it's not bad.
Well, the fact that it's connected to Smokey and Helga, if it was hostile, you would probably know about it by now.
Yeah. Okay. I'm still gonna keep keeping an eye on them though.
Make a sharp roll for me right quick.
Fuck's sake.
Okay. It's fine. Yep, you're there. So, I'm going to go for a quick cigarette break. We have time before you all settle down for the evening. So let's do some RP. Let's do some roleplay stuff. Obviously, we have Rasp just fucking snuggling with the snorks.
Snuggle sleep pile.
Which is weird.
It just... That's fine.
You mind your baby alone.
We're just going to leave that over there. So yeah, obviously Smokey's going to come over here and it's going to be in the background with the Wolfalians, and it's going to basically help them cook while Helga oversees everything. And you've got fucking a weird ass shaman dude, just being a weird ass shaman dude. So let's see, Jimmie, Jericho, and Nikita, and Rasp if she wants to join. Do some roleplay. I'll go for a quick cigarette. I will be right back.
Hi, Pax.
They're coming after your wolf babies. And your snot babies, so.
You took my young babies.
You and your snork babies.
Yeah, I ask how things are going since I pretty much wandered off the minute we got here. So
Same. Look.
I've got stuff I can do.
do you need a hand with anything?
Ah. We just about fixed the tacker. Could go over supplies on the inside. Make sure we got enough just in case something goes down.
I think
You
it's,
never know when something will go down.
I think it's more we should prepare for something to happen and then just be like surprised pleasantly that something didn't. Also, you're in a better fucking mood.
Don't start, okay? I've had a lot happen.
I know, that's why I'm asking.
I'm vaguely caring for what happens to you. Ish.
Yeah,
This is the
actually,
most I've ever.
yeah. She's actually giving a shit. Like, take this moment, savor this moment.
This is my way of appreciating you, you fucking dumbass.
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
Still not great, but my mood's better.
Well, that's good.
And still not on speaking terms with Rasp yet.
What has she done to you?
Just don't fucking kill her.
She made me see shit, and she made my arm worse.
I mean, your
Did
arm
she?
was probably gonna get worse anyway.
Yeah. That's not the point, though. My point remains valid. She made it worse.
Yeah,
It's the principle!
The point is, you would have been able to ignore this for longer, which is a stupid thing anyway.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But still.
You should embrace this anyway. You love the fucking tac attack, and now you can love it as something that's sentient.
Oh God, why did you make that sound so bad?
Second ooh of the night.
Was that in character or character? Who knows?
You'll never know.
Oh my god.
No, it probably would have been in character, but with a smirk.
Oh, Christ alive. What's wrong with you people putting these gifs up? Why the fuck do you even have that image piece?
From last time, I think.
Someone tongue kissing the bonnet of a car.
Yeah, it's a guy who's like into cars and shit.
Yeah, I see that.
That's right, I love that Latin queen.
He does, doesn't it? My love. My baby! That's
You
the
don't
thing
come
that
between a
lives
man and his truck, okay?
Yeah,
And you
I
don't
know that.
speculate on it.
That's the thing that like lives rent free in my head. The bit where we're trying to be stealthy, and you came round the corner and went,
My baby!
and everyone's like, "Oh."
Hey, I stand by that.
I know.
No one tried to
Don't
steal
worry.
my truck.
It was fantastic. Like, don't get me wrong, and it worked out. So.
But yeah, so that was in character with a smirk. You're either gonna hate her or you're gonna laugh. So you know.
It's kind of just look into the middle of the distance and just sigh of disgust. And just why the fuck do I even hang out with you people?
Hey, at least she's in a better mood. She's been pretty distant this entire fucking trip since she lost her
Just
shit
goblin cackle.
and super mutated.
About what, Nikita?
Yeah. Besides, we're nearly back at Call Cops now. It should only be a couple more days once we start moving again. So.
And we'll sort this fucking thing out. Gestures vaguely to his arm, and I don't know what we're going to do about the tacker. But so long as it's not a terrible, I don't know.
We'll find somewhere safe for it, but away from the masses of people, just in case.
Yeah,
Some kind of armoured garage.
Well, I've still got my lads and my garage there, so we can lock it in there if we have to, and just bliss me out or something on some kind
Oh my god!
She won't like that. Be locked away.
Right, I'm back. What have I just walked into?
Haley's trying to derail.
Of course she is.
She's trying to derail by implying there's railing going on.
As long as Tom doesn't black out while we're playing, that's fine.
But basically, Nikita told Jimmy that he should be happy because he's always loved the tac attack, and now he can love it while it's sentient.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's just it's all very mucky, isn't it?
And on that note, don't look through the Discord.
No, I'm ignoring that. That's going to be minimised for a long time. Right, so after all this, it is now starting to get into late evening. Everyone's starting to get tired. Everyone wants to go to bed. So,
I don't want to go
fires
to
are going to be kept up overnight. Everyone else is going to be moving in.
Oh my god,
The
Haley.
building
I saw
has
that
now
one.
been shored up. It's now halfway livable. Mr. Crazy Man is going to go in there. Yeah, Helga's going to chill up here. Smokey's going to camp outside here. These dudes are going to be guard duty. Are we going to have watch orders, people?
I'll go first.
I'll do second.
I'll do third. Well, actually, I'll do
Jimmy.
last. I'll do last if you want, actually, because as I'm one of the drivers.
Jimmy, we got Nikita, we got Jericho then,
Yep, Jericho go third then.
and then we got Rasp.
He's going to sleep on top of the Taka Taka, as is his wont.
Okay, so everyone settles down. Jericho jumps on top of the Taka and goes to sleep. And
Jimmy
Helga
does
is actually going to
something
join you. Yeah. So where is everyone but Jericho sleeping? Nikita, where are you sleeping?
I don't know, but to be honest, she's probably not going to sleep just yet because she doesn't feel that tired.
Okay, where are you going to be then?
I'll probably hang out with Jimmy since he's taking first watch.
Okay, that's fine. Ross,
This is the most social you've ever been.
I know, right?
Oh, Ross, I gather you're kipping with the snorks.
Yeah, keep him with the thoughts.
She's been sleeping this whole fucking time.
Just having a nap.
Just in a snuggle.
The power nap.
A snarky snuggle pile.
Oh my god! That makes it sound so worse.
The sun finally sets, and we get into Mr. Jimmy's watch order. So, it's Jimmy. What's the
Yes.
reasons for me, Mr. Bro?
Odds.
As you're sleeping, you start to feel an incessant need to move.
He's irritable.
Like you're uncomfortable, you need to get up, you need to move, like your arm is like your left arm is like itchy, but it is irritating you a little bit. You can't help but like scratch at the back of your neck.
He needs to me 45.
And you feel the need to move towards the garden.
Oh no.
I'm glad I'm glad I fucking stayed awake.
Are you
I
going to
probably
try?
will inform Nikita, just like, yeah, something weird's happening. What's up with that garden? Because apparently something's working on my brain.
I thought there was a couple of broken statues, and I had a weird impulse to want to be at the centre of the garden when I tried to leave, but I mean, it's just weird. There's grass and flowers and everything.
Okay, I'm going to sit down and just turn my back very pointedly to that garden.
Make a weird roll.
Just like, nope.
Why?
I said
Hold on.
no.
I don't want
Eh,
to. Not great, but not terrible.
This is a very insistent need. It's not a threatening need. It's just a case of it's almost just something is pulling on your mind to come towards this area. Make a weird roll, Nikita.
like pugs.
Ah, me and Alex go for the same thing. It's great.
You can almost
God,
sense
you
this as
two.
well. You can almost
Trust
sense
me.
this need as well. Like you get the sense that something is influencing Jimmy.
I'll say it's not an incessant need for me. It's I can sense it from
Yeah.
for Jimmy, right?
Yes.
Oh, first it was me and Haley. Now it's me and Alex.
But
That's
it
funny.
doesn't even feel threatening to you, Nikita. It's just like something is pulling him towards that specific area, but it is not the same feeling you felt when you were leaving the garden. It's something different.
Huh. Well, I need. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do anything if Jimmy ends up going. I'll just go with him. But so I'm just watching. I'm just watching closely.
No, I still think it's a very bad idea. Bad things are going to happen over there. You don't go visit a garden in the apocalypse in the middle of the night. So, no. I say no.
Yep. I think you're going to get kidnapped by Jafar.
You say no.
I say no.
Okay.
I say to thee
I
nay.
said good day.
That is a decision you have made.
What? You phrase it like that.
Breaking out the metal dice for this roll.
Oh, come on.
Oh, God.
Oh. You feel a stinging in the back of your neck. It reaches up around the back of your skull. And Nikita, I gather you're looking at Jimmy at this point.
Oh, yeah. I'm watching.
You can see his hair start to fall out. And the flesh around his skull start to fall away.
Oh, God.
And Jimmy, you hear a voice in your head.
Well, that was disappointing.
Oh,
We were about to offer you a deal. But I guess we should do this the hard way.
Jimmy.
Oh, no.
Yes?
You look at Nikita and you feel an immediate sense of danger.
Well, for me?
You look at Nikita, you feel an immediate sense of danger. You feel like she's about to attack you. What do you do?
I'm probably going to try and be rational about it, but I'm going to get up, hands out, just like, whoa now. I'm not doing
Nikita.
anything. You're not doing anything. We're not doing anything.
Nikita, on your end, because you are still open, because you have made a... make another weird roll, very quick.
You really like me doing weird rolls tonight.
Yes.
It's almost pointless.
You get the sense that something has latched on to Jimmy.
Uh-oh.
And is slowly manipulating him. And on your end, what's manipulating him is in immediate opposition to what you are. So you start to get aggressive towards him as well. You cannot help feeling that he's about to attack you, so you start to fall into aggressive posture as well.
Oh, God. Maybe I shouldn't have stayed up now. Should have just gone to fucking bed. Okay. I'd probably back off a bit as well, because I know Jimmy, logically I know Jimmy wouldn't just randomly start.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wouldn't randomly just start wanting to attack me for no fucking reason. I've done much worse, and he hasn't reacted to it. So
Jimmy, make a weird roll.
I'm gonna have to be right back real quick. I'm sorry, the dog wants out.
That's fine.
Of course it does.
May I have a reroll, please?
Yes.
Or is
You are trying to fight back this instinct, and you fall back against attacker, and you start to feel it move in response to your emotions.
Was that whole part?
No. We're not doing this. We are not doing this. You stay in. You truck. Stay truck. Truck only.
If you want it to stay truck, you have to make another weird roll. You have to suppress it.
Yeah.
You do manage to just
You are a
muster
truck.
it.
I know you are a truck. You've always been a truck. You're staying as a truck.
Even with that weird roll, though, you do feel like a backwash of negative emotion from the attacker.
What the fuck did I make?
Myself, babe. I'm going to do this myself.
The Taka will remember this.
Yes.
What did I
We're a
miss?
telltale game. We're a telltale
I'm suppressing
game.
the Taka trying to turn into a transformer. It's just like, it's nothing against you. I got to do this myself.
Could have.
If we do this together, we might get fucked. I got to fight this guy on my own.
Someone want to fill me in what happened?
Okay,
It's getting
so
worse.
what happened is, because of what Jimmie, because Jimmie stepped back to the Taka and there's a contact of negative emotion, the Taka tried to transform to protect its master, which against you, which it perceives to be the aggressor. He forced it back. Now you're dealing with the the aftermath.
All right. Okay.
Nikita, you just saw Jimmie fall back into the Taka. When the Taka was in mid transformation, and it suddenly snapped back to a truck. So you are still in high alert mode. You're on the very edge of rage at this point. You cannot help. Your mutation is at that point.
Danger.
So
danger.
I'm on the cusp, but I've still got a logical head on.
You still have a logical head on, yes. Just
Could I shout for Smokey? Or because Jericho wouldn't be a huge amount of help, I don't think. No horribleness to Jericho. I just think if we actually start fighting, it's not gonna go well. And
It goes so well with my Steve Irwin friend Haley.
Jimmie still fucking hates Rasp at the minute, so that's just a big fucking no.
Yeah, I ain't coming.
So
Okay.
yeah, I'll probably shout for Smokey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout for him.
I'm shouting for him. I'm not shouting down the mic.
It's like you see Smokey just kind of push his way out. It's like, oh, fucking, oh, what the shit? He kind of moves in between, he moves in between you both, lays a hand on your shoulder, Nikita. You feel a moment of almost instant calm. It is very weird. All the aggression is suddenly pulled out of you. And for Jimmie, the same happens for you as well. He just kind of grabs you by your shirt, and both of you feel all your negative emotions pulled out of you into him. And he stands there for a moment and sort of shrugs his shoulders, smacks the side of his head. He goes,
Yep.
Well, that fucking hurt. What the fuck are you two doing out here?
Jimmie's getting a sense that the garden's calling to him, and then he started.
Something's in the back of my head. Something about not doing it the hard way, and I don't want to.
And then he started acting aggressive towards me.
It felt like you were being aggressive towards me, even though you were doing nothing.
Same. And your truck almost transformed. What the fuck?
Because I was getting upset.
We need to check out that garden.
I mean, do we have to?
Well, you don't have to. I'm gonna. Tomorrow, though. Tomorrow.
Oh, fuck's sake, Alex.
Okay, the smuggler's like, okay, just calm. Both of you just
A hard
chill
way.
for a hot second. Okay, so both of you
Here it comes again.
Weird shit. Okay, Jimmie. You said that you were pulled towards the garden, you didn't go, you were being obstinate about it. And something in your head, something said to you in a hard way, and then you immediately thought Nikita was being aggressive. Bear in mind, she is aggressive, but I don't think she would actively try to hurt you. Nikita,
No, yeah.
Jimmie would not actively try to hurt you either, because he fucking knows better.
I know, that's why, I was on the edge of raging. That's why I shouted you out, because I still had enough thought to be like, this isn't right. Something fucking fishy is going on here.
Well, I hate to say it, Jimmy, but if you are going to ignore this, it might get worse. But it's up to you. It's your fucking body.
Fine.
I
Let's go check it out.
I like how he's not like even questioning the fact that his hair's fallen out and most of the skin on his head's gone.
No, he's got cancer. That was not in game. So.
That was not cool, man.
No.
Boo.
No.
Where was Jimmy sleeping? Or was he sleeping?
I was on watch.
He was on watch.
So were you where you were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I will remember.
So I'm going to tool the fuck up, shotgun, assault rifle, and
Okay.
a big old tire wrench just because. Tire iron.
Yeah, fine. Are you going towards the garden?
Yes, I am going towards the garden.
Alrighty then.
I don't know if it's a good idea, but I'm still coming with her.
Like Saint Katie.
Smokey's going to follow you as well, so all of you move towards the garden.
Boom.
Now my watch begins.
Jimmy, move.
Yes. Oh, sorry, move. Sorry, I was looking for a reaction gif.
Stop looking at gifts of the Discord and do a thing. Right. As all of you move towards the gardens, both Nikita and Jimmy see very different things. As Jimmy walks towards the garden, he sees a very tall and slender individual.
Slenderman.
As he gets close, he reckons it's at least 9 feet tall, bent at a perfect 90-degree angle, inspecting one of the bushes in the flower bed. Nikita, you see something very different. You see a large black horse with a coat that is so dark that even with your enhanced night sight, you can barely even see.
Huh. Weird.
Mm. What are you all doing?
Creep it just ever so slowly. Got my weapon out. I've got my gun. Got my gun out. Fuck you. Fuck you. Shut the fuck up.
I didn't even say anything. I am silent.
Honestly,
Hey.
at this point, Nikki's just getting fed up with the shit. She's just going to walk straight up to it. Obviously, what she perceives as the horse.
As you walk up to the horse, Nikita, it was just nibbling at the sand, like it was just like nibbling at the grass, and it suddenly turns on you, and it's like kind of backs off, and goes, like shakes its mane at you, and like backs off a little bit. It's one of the most surreal things that you've seen, because it doesn't look. You're not getting a weird vibe from it. You're not getting a maelstrom vibe from it. It just looks like a straight up animal.
I'll just be like, guys, y'all seeing this horse too, right?
We're not seeing the horse, are we?
Smokey comes up behind you. He's like, "Oh, I see it. Probably not best to mess with it though. Maybe take a step back." Is it to you, Nikita? Are you taking a step back, or are you staying where you are?
I'm gonna stab. I'm just not gonna. I'm just gonna be like watching it. I'm too. She's too curious now.
The horse kind of like stamps its feet, like shakes its mane at you, and you get the reason why it's being so defensive. When two small foals walk out from behind a bush, seemingly curious of you, and try to run up to you, but the horse immediately puts itself in front of you and the foals, and stares at you, stares at Smokey. It doesn't even register Jimmy at all. It's just staring at the two of you.
Do I see it? I don't think I see it, do
No,
I?
you see the
You do
equivalent
not.
of Slenderman.
Oh, Christ, okay.
I think he said he was leant over looking at the flowers or something. Didn't he say, Chris?
Yes, yes. So this is purely for smoking the keys at the moment. So it's this mare is just staring you down, like daring you to attack its foals. It's like, fucking try this shit.
Try
Damn
me,
it.
bitch.
That'll make her take a little step back because then she's like, okay. But she
Yeah,
won't step
Smokey's gonna
right back. But she'll only step back a little
Smokey's
bit.
gonna come up behind you, just gently take Nikita by the shoulder, just gently pull her back, and just do a motion to the mare and the foals. Just go on your way. The mare just kind of like snorts at you, and like stamps its feet. He's like, yeah.
Get
Actually-
fucked.
Actually, Nikita, you do get a sense of this.
Basically,
You
the
get a
gift just
sense
above
from the
Haley's
mare,
next one.
like, you will not come near my children. You stay there. We're going to go our way. Do not follow us. And this is immediately clear in your mind.
Okay.
Like, you don't even have to read body language. You just immediately know, you stay there. We're going to go.
I'll just like do a little nod.
The mare and the two foals gallop off into the distance and are gone. You cannot see Jimmie anymore.
So we're gonna turn like, be like, hey Jimmy, did you see? Wait a minute, where's Jimmy gone?
Wait, what?
And now we're going to cut back to Mr. Jimmie. Jimmie, you have walked up
Oh,
upon this obscenely tall creature that's at a perfect 90-degree angle, inspecting this bush. And it stands up and looks at you. It's an entirely clockwork man.
Oh, fuck, it's Clockwork Slendy.
Well then, it appears you have decided to join us.
No, wait, no. Hang on. I'm just seeing what the fuck this is all about.
But it's only
I
natural.
didn't say anything about joining
Those in
nothing.
It's only natural for those in the lesser order of our father's pantheon to be scared. But it's okay. I was
I'm
once.
feeling greatly patronised. I don't care for it.
It's only natural for your tiny mind to think they're being patronised, but it's okay. I was once in your shoes too. A small man in a big world, running away from their problems, not understanding the greater place of what we once could be.
I've just noticed the ticking and I hate it.
So, it has come to our father's attention. You are not happy with the conversion.
No, not at all, really.
Well, that puts you in a very unique position.
Okay.
Our gracious and benevolent father, and ineffable as he is, has allowed me to offer you a deal.
What are your terms?
He holds up a hand and twists it, and he shows you what looks like a very archaic compass. This here
Compass.
is a device that will show you individuals that will hamper or be not beneficial to our father's cause. It will break the cycle, the broken cogs in the machine of life. But if you go after them, your progression in the conversion will be halted. However, break the deal. You'll be converted completely. You and your familiar. Isn't it cracked? Taka, you call it. Will be one with the clockwork god. You know it as. Or he places the compass in his hand and just extends his hand out to you. You can take this deal and stay as you are for now.
I don't like that for now. If I take this deal, I completely renounce me. You do not have any holding or swaying over me or anything I've ever come into contact with.
You are part of us now.
I want no part of this.
That, I am afraid, is unavoidable. We can only guarantee your progression will not progress further.
So you want me to take out whatever Clockwork Daddy wants taken out, and then that's it?
Clockwork Daddy.
That's the deal. If you want to stay as you are, not lose more of yourself. Or you can negate the deal, and it slowly closes its hand at the compass, and you can fully embrace our father's gift. It is up to you.
There's an option C in here somewhere where no, I don't trust any deal you make. What's the guarantee? There is no guarantee. I don't.
The guarantee is that you will still live, still be as you are. And he spreads his arms out. Look at me. I embrace the deal, but I also embrace the gift. That became what I am. Our father does not deal in absolutes. Either you are or you
It's not a Sith.
If you negate this deal, if you refuse it, the progression to conversion will happen. It is unavoidable. Every time you have an intense emotion, every time you try to fight it, it will progress. It will get worse. It is not something you can fight through sheer will. But you take this deal, and he will allow it to stop. Provided you do the job, you follow the compass, that you take up the threats, then our Father will allow you to keep the remaining of your flesh.
Tell me who I'm taking out before I say anything, because I don't want to turn on other people, other companions or friends, compatriots. I will not do that.
That is not for me to know. I am merely a messenger. I cannot tell you who you will fight, who you will hunt, who you will kill. That is up to our Father. Although, let me make a roll for 1 second. As someone who was once part of the flesh world, it might bring you in contention to your allies, particularly the one over there. And he points and there's like a break in reality for a brief moment, and you see Nikita.
I fucking knew it.
And it snaps shut. You see Smokey, it snaps shut, and it focuses into Rasp, snaps open, snaps shut. They are part of something else, touched by the others. Though I think our Father would not have you go against them because, let's be honest, I don't think you could ever defeat them, could you?
Sorry, you mumbled a little bit too much for me there, Chris. Could you say that bit again?
It snaps into Nikita, snaps into Smokey, snaps into Rasp. It says, I don't think you could ever defeat them on your own, could you?
I wouldn't have to.
Our Father will start you off small, with tiny kinks in the cogs,
misaligned spring here. A misaligned piston there. All is part of the great plan. All is part of the great machine. We are all part of it. So, will you deny the gift? Or will you deny it?
I hate choices like this. Fucking hell.
So what's he got to choose between?
Taking a deal and not progressing his conversion any further, or reject it and he'll keep converting till it's all clockwork.
Right. What's he got to do for it? Does it know?
Have you not been fucking listening?
No, I have been listening. Has he got to go after us? Has he?
That
doesn't
is
know.
entirely up to me.
I do strongly suspect it would go that way eventually.
Chris, if you send them after my snarks, I'm going to murder you.
You know what? The Clockwork Daddy was so intent on making the deal, Prick could have come down here and made it himself. Fuck you. Fuck your clockwork face. Get out of here.
Oh shit! He told him.
Get the fuck out of my face. I have got nothing more to say to you. Clockwork Daddy wants a word, he can come down his own damn self.
Jimmy!
I will turn on my heel and just walk away.
Jimmy,
The clockwork
let's
figure
go.
wraps its hand around the compass
I'm going to flip him off as I'm walking.
and disappears.
I don't deal with
Well.
bitches.
Then the conversions shall progress. Clockwork Father has made his choice.
Clockwork Daddy can suck my dick.
Nikita and Smokey.
I hope your kids are asleep, Tom.
You
They
see
are.
Jimmy snap back into existence, and you see a figure behind him made of entirely of clockwork slowly fold in
There
on
you go, Tom.
itself to the point where it becomes the size of a Rubik's Cube and vanishes. Jimmy, make a weird roll.
Oh, fuck you. Fine.
I'm going to give him my personal fate point after what he's just done.
You can't. It's non-transferable, I don't think.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Is it no?
it's not. It's
Oh,
just for
okay.
you.
Sorry.
Jimmy, you fall to the ground, screaming.
Oh my god.
Every single joint in your body is on fire. The Taka immediately starts to buck on its axes.
Ah!
Nay.
Jericho and Helga, who are on top of the Taka, are immediately thrown off.
Oh! Oh, that's wrong. Ah!
Oh no!
Oh no, I have
Oh,
fallen.
I seem to have
Jimmy.
landed in a pile of pork scratchings. Some of them are hairy.
Jimmy, you are unconscious.
Okay, gotta obviously
Yeah.
run over.
Wait a minute, these aren't pork scratchings.
And stop the
Okay.
ticking clock.
So he's unconscious, so obviously gonna run over, notice that, and we need to get him back to camp.
Yeah, you grab him, drag him back to camp, like Smoke is up. The actual fuck. Yeah. Drag that boy back to camp. As Jimmy falls unconscious, those of you that are running up, it's basically Jericho and Helga. You notice that the Taka was starting to go through its transformation and then immediately shuts down. It's just a hunk of metal at this point. So, I did not expect you to reject that offer. That makes things fun.
Have you not been listening to Tom for the past 6 weeks?
Well, no, I expected him to take the offer to
Originally,
like.
I did think about going for it and then just kind of negging out at some halfway through, just like, yeah, sure, I'll accept that. And it's just like, no, this is not how Tom does it in these choices.
This is not the level of chaos I ascribe to. I'm going to go more. Okay.
I am nobody's bitch.
So let's see. Everyone but Rasp is awake. Oh, that's fun. Okay. So Nikita and Smokey just haul back Jimmie, who's unconscious. Helga and Jericho are now awake. Like, what the shit is going on? The Taka is just a hunk of dead metal at this point. What's everyone doing?
Oh my God, Jimmie, what has happened to your head?
He's unconscious.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's lost all
I'm
hair.
not carrying him. I'm not carrying him for fucking fun.
Oh no. Jericho realizes what those pork scratchings were.
Ew.
Didn't the hair concern you?
We have no idea what happened. He vanished. When he came back, he collapsed to the floor, screaming in pain, and then fell unconscious.
Oh, Jimmie is slowly becoming Tom.
Touch me.
Yep, Helga's run up and is like, what the actual fuck? Like she's asking, what's going on? What's the matter with him?
I said I'd explained it.
She immediately calls over the shaman to try and wake him up. The shaman is going to do a thing. Oh, that's not good. The shaman immediately, just grabs, Jimmie by the head and tries to do his, spooky voodoo magic that he did on Jericho. And almost as soon as he touches his hands to Jimmie's head, he is thrown back bodily into the building in a huge shockwave. And he crumples to the floor and is unconscious himself.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what? Let's pass things over to Rasp. Rasp, you've just woken up. Make a weird roll for me.
Oh my God!
You wake up. Do weird
This
roll.
is where Ross redeems himself, isn't it?
Maybe. Bottom one's weird, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh!
You snap awake, and you notice that both the
Something awful is
snorts
happening.
are on the on the very edge of the building. They are torn between keeping you safe and jumping off the edge to go to Nikita. You see from your vantage point where everyone else is, there are wolves surrounding everyone.
Go to mum, guys, go to mummy. As in,
In fact,
yeah.
Where Jimmie is, there are 4 wolves surrounding him alone.
I tell the snort scope to Nikita, and I'm gonna kind of slide down this bit.
So Nikita, you suddenly see both of your snorks suddenly appear at your side.
What
And I'm gonna come. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, carry on, Pete. Carry on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come running over, kind of vault over Jimmie's body, and almost use my maelstrom powers if I can, to almost use a force wave against the walls that I see over Jimmie's body.
Go for it.
To protect him.
Yeah, like a maelstrom pulse.
Yeah, like that. Use my weird, yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna use my personal fate point for this, so
Yep.
so it doesn't take out the.
That's fine.
There we go.
You come running over, just for everyone else, Rasp appears out of fucking nowhere, and she pushes a massive wave over all of you, and it connects. And for all of you, you very briefly see the outline of a like a wolf-like figure, like what I've shown you before, suddenly push away and dissipate, and she just goes over Jimmy, just lands and lands in the sand drift, just putting herself like, what the fuck was that? Rasp, you can still see wolves. They are all over the fucking place.
Okay. And I see Jimmy's unconscious, do I?
Yes.
Okay.
Make a weird roll for me, Rasp, real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get the sense that Jimmy is the center of something. Like, you look at him and you feel that something is pulling into him, and he cannot defend himself against it.
All right. Okay. So, I'm kind of look at people around and say, just trust me on this one. Place hand on his head. Now, should I use my angel's touch, or should I just roll weird, Chris? I want to heal him from what's happening to him.
Depends on what
I'm
you're trying to
declare
accomplish in this moment.
to stop whatever is doing this to him, basically.
What would Rasp feel is going to be more helpful? Trying to heal him, or just trying to get into his mind and help him?
Just to get into his mind, I personally feel so.
That would be a weird roll then.
Okay, yeah.
Do you want me to come with?
Yeah, grab one to
I was
my...
saying, I can see you reaching for his head, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck y'all doing it straight away, so I'm gonna, I'll grab hold of your shoulder.
Yeah. Oh.
See how fucking Tom.
So I'll give a moment for whoever.
Whoever's joining, do that roll as well.
Grab on if Jericho wants to join or not, or maybe Helga. Yeah. So is that okay?
Yeah.
I want this
do I need to do
to
the
go
roll as
kind
well?
of well. Is that okay to burn a faint point on that one? There we go.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Do I need to roll as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex, is Jericho coming?
What's he doing?
Jumping in his head and
we're doing the brain thing.
We're doing the brain thing.
But I'm Jimmy for a change.
The brain thing. Let's do the
brain thing. I'm going to go for a quick pee break and I'll be right back.
I shall also do the pee and breaking.
Do I need to roll to do the brain thing?
You just have to
just do a weird roll, mate.
Do you know, I haven't actually done a roll yet this session. I haven't got my character sheet.
Yeah, because I feel like it's been very raspberry lately, so that's why I've kind of been sitting back from things. I didn't want to Yeah. I wanted to give everyone else a chance to do some bits and bobs.
Quite a bit earlier.
Also, you know how Chris is. He'll write it all in, so we all kind of get the spotlight at some point.
Yeah. That's cool. He's very good at it. I'm really invested. It's so fun.
Yeah. Now you're gonna know how it feels, Jimmy, with everyone in your fucking head.
Yeah, Tom's gone Lou, I think.
Rude.
Yeah.
Right.
That sounded like an awful lot of bottles you just knocked, Chris.
Sorry.
It's alcohol free.
So, you shut your fucking face. So, who is going into Jimmy's mind?
Me,
Nikita and Jericho.
Jericho's done his role.
I don't know if Smokey is. I don't know if Helga is.
We'll probably need someone outside in case, because we don't know what's going to happen with, if the attacker might start up again, or we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
so
I will tell you what's going to happen.
Maybe keep Smokey on the outside because he's got away with it for some reason.
So I had an entire plan for this going another way, but fuck it, we'll do it this way.
Fuck it, we'll do it
I tend
live.
to derail the DM.
We'll do it live. So as Jimmy is unconscious, and as you reach for him, and like you can see the mutation is like his conversion is starting to take more effect. Like it's not just the back of his head anymore; it's starting to reach across and under his jawline.
Oh god.
As you connect to him, it's rasp. You get exactly the same feeling as when you connected to Nikita when you went into her mind to battle for her sanity.
Oh.
So, the ones going into Jimmy's brain to fight for his sanity are Nikita, Jericho, and Rasp.
Please don't fuck up, guys.
As you try to pull Smokey in, you do feel Smokey's mind join you. Then you hear like at the very edge of your hearing, like just as you're about to be pulled in, it's like get to those fucking sound effects. You hear
Greco! Oh no, it's just generic
and
fighting background.
you hear Smokey go, fuck, bring him back. And his consciousness leaves you. As not only are you guys gonna have to fucking fight to pull Jimmy back, the camp is now under attack.
Oh, fuck's sake.
This is less than ideal.
No, it's not, because I now have to reveal some things, and it's not going to be fun.
It's Jackabaka, isn't it? Fucker!
Put them on the token layer. You guys on the token layer.
If anyone's on the fucking pay of the fucking clockwork prick, it's Jacka.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
It just gives us extra reasons to smash his face into paste.
No.
Yeah. It's going to be Loki at the end of the first Avengers film.
There was always someone watching.
I had that too. Yeah.
Okay, I think we might have to leave it there.
Yeah, I think we might have to.
Because this is going to be a big thing, I think. Oh my god.
So pretty much all of you have been pulled into the dream world that is Jimmy's mind, and all of the NPCs are outside dealing with all this fucking nonsense.
I'm hoping this is Inception rules, where we could just get this over and done with quick and snap awake like 30 seconds later, just in time to really get into the thick of it.
Like time goes slower when you're in someone's headspace type of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I did run that for when Nikita.
Yeah.
I did run that for when Nikita was involved. Like,
nice.
The mind realm runs in a snapshot in terms of real world. But that doesn't mean to say when you come out of that dream world, you're going to be at fucking full Nick.
No. Oh god.
Right, I'm gonna stop recording.
Yeah, that's